Deuteronomy 13:1 through 15:23. If there rises among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and he gives you a sign or wonder, and the sign or wonder comes to pass, of which he spoke of you, saying, let us go after other gods, which you have not known, and let us serve them, you shall not listen to them, to the words of that prophet or to that dreamer of dreams. For the Lord your God is testing you to know whether or not you love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him and keep his commandments and obey his voice. And you, dreamer of dreams, shall be put to death, because he has spoken in order to turn you away from the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you from the house of bondage, to entice you in the way which the Lord your God commanded you to walk, so that you shall put away the evil from your midst. If your brother, the son of your mother, or the son is of your own soul secretly entices you, saying, let us go serve other gods, which you have not known, neither you nor your father, of the gods to you are far from you, from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, nor shall your eye pity him, nor shall you spare him or conceal him, but you shall surely kill him, your hand afterwards the hand of all the people, and you shall stone him with stones until he die, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, and not again do such wickedness as this among you. If you hear someone to dwell, saying, corrupt men have gone out from among you and enticed the inhabitants of their cities, saying, let us go search out and ask diligently. And if indeed it is true and certain that such an abomination was committed among you, you shall surely strike the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying it, all that is in it and its livestock, with the edge of the sword. And you shall gather all its plunder into the middle of the street and completely burn it with fire, the city and all its plunder. For the Lord your God, it shall be a heap forever. It shall not be built again. So none of the accursed things shall remain in your hand, that the Lord may turn from his fierceness of his anger and show you mercy. Have compassion on you and multiply you, just as he swore to your fathers, because you have listened to the voice of the Lord your God to keep all what is right in the eyes of the Lord your God. You are the children of the Lord your God. You shall not cut yourselves, nor shave the front of your head for the dead, for you are a holy people to the Lord your God, and the Lord has chosen you to be a peoples who are on the face of the earth. You shall not eat any of the detestable things. These are animals which you may eat: the ox, the sheep, the goat, the deer, the gazelle, the roe deer, the wild goat, the mountain goat, the antelope, and the mountain sheep. You may eat every clean animal with the cloven hooves, having the hoof split in two parts, then that chooseth cud among the animals. Nevertheless, of those that chew the such as these, the camel, the hare, the rock hyrax, for they chew the cud, but they do not have cloven hooves. They are unclean for you. Also, the swine is unclean for you, because it is cloven hooves, yet does not chew the cud. You shall not eat his flesh or touch their dead carcasses. You may eat of all that are in the waters. You may eat all that have fins and scales. And whatever does not have fins and scales, you shall not eat. It shall be unclean for you. All clean birds you may eat, but these you shall not eat: the eagle, the vulture, the buzzard, the red kite, the falcon, and the kite after its kind, every raven of its kind, the ostrich, the short-eared owl, the seagull, the hawk after its kind, so the little owl, the screech owl, the white owl, the jackdaw, and the carrion vulture, the fisher owl, the stork, the heron after its kind, and the hoopie and the bat. Also, every creeping thing that flies is unclean for you. They shall not be eaten. You may eat all clean birds. You shall not eat anything that dies of itself. You may give it to an alien, who is within your gate, that he may eat it, or you may sell it to a foreigner, for you are a holy people to the Lord your God. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. You shall truly tithe all the increase of your grain that is in the field produce year by year, and you shall eat before the Lord your God in a place where he chooses to make his name abide. You may learn to fear the Lord your God always. But if the journey is too long for you, so that you are not able to carry the tithe, or its place where the Lord your God chooses to put his name is too far from you, when the Lord your God has blessed you, then you shall exchange it for money, take the money in your hand, and go to the place which the Lord your God chooses. And you shall spend that money for whatever your heart desires, for oxen or sheep, for wine or similar drink, for whatever your heart desires. You shall eat there before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, you and your household. You shall not forsake the Levite who is within your gates, for he has no part in the inheritance with you. And at every third year you shall bring out the tithe of your produce that year, store it, no portion, nor the inheritance with you. And the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who are within your gates may come and eat and be satisfied, that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work of your hand which you do. At the end of every 7 years, you shall grant a release of debts. And this is the form of a release. Every creditor who has lent anything to his neighbor shall release it. He shall not require it of his neighbor, nor of his brother, because it is called the Lord's release. Of the foreigner you may require it, but you shall give up your claim to whatever is owed by your brother, except when there may be no poor among you. For the Lord will greatly bless you in the land which the Lord your God has given you to possess as an inheritance. Only if you carefully obey his voice of the Lord your God, to observe with care all these commandments which I, Moses, command you today. For the Lord your God will bless you, but you shall not, but they shall not reign over you. If there is among you a poor man of your brethren within the gates of the land of the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not harden your heart, nor shut up your hand for the poor brother, but you shall open him sufficient for his needs, whatever a wicked thought in your heart, saying, the seventh year, the year of release, is at hand, and your evil, and your eye may be evil against your poor brother, and give him nothing. And he cry out to the Lord against you, and it become a sin among you. And you shall surely give to him, and your heart should not be grieved when you give to him, because for this thing the Lord your God will bless you in all the works, and in all which you put your hand, for the poor will never cease from the land. Therefore I command you, saying, you shall open up your hand wide to your brother, and let the poor and your needy in your land. If your brother, a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, is sold to you and serves you for 6 years, then in the seventh year you shall let him go free from you. And when you send him away free from you, you shall not let him go away empty handed. You shall supply him liberally from your winepress, from what the Lord your God has blessed you with. You shall give him. You shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you. Therefore I command you this thing today. And if it happens that someone says to you, I will not go away from you, because he loves you and your house, since he prospers with you, then you shall take an owl and thrust it through his ear at the door, and he shall be your servant forever. Also your female servant you shall do likewise. It shall not seem hard to you when you send him away free from you, for he has been worth a double hired servant for serving you 6 years. Then the Lord your God will bless you in all that you do. All the firstborn males that come from your herd of your flock you shall sanctify to the Lord your God. You shall do no work with the firstborn of your herd, nor shear the firstborn of your flock. You and your household shall eat it before the Lord your God, year by year, in the or if it's lame or blind or has any serious defect, you shall not sacrifice it to the Lord your God. You may eat it within your gate. The unclean and the clean person alike may eat of it, as it were with a gazelle or deer. Only you shall not eat its blood. You shall pour it on the ground like water. Okay, Luke 8:40 through 9:6. So it was when Jesus returned that the multitude welcomed him, for they were all waiting for him. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogue. And he fell down at Jesus' feet and begged him to come to his house, for he had an only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she was dying. But as he went, the multitude thronged him. Now, a woman having a flow of blood for 12 years, who had spent all of her livelihood on physicians and could not be healed by any, came up from behind him and touched the. And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" And when all denied it, Peter and those with him said, "Master, the multitude strong and press you, and you say, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus said, "Somebody touched me, for I perceive power going out from me." Now when she came trembling and falling down before him, she declared to him in the presence of all the people the reason she had touched him and how she was healed immediately. And he said to her, "Daughter, be of good cheer. Your faith has made you well. Go in peace." While he was still speaking, some came from the ruler of the synagogue. "Do not trouble, do not be afraid, only believe, and she will be well again." When he came to the house, he permitted no one to go in except Peter, James, and John, and the father and the mother of the girl. Now all wept and mourned for her. And he said, "Do not weep. She is not dead, but sleeping." And they ridiculed him, knowing that she was dead. But he put them outside, took her by the hand, and called, saying, "Little girl, arise." Then her spirit returned, and she arose immediately. And he commanded that she be given something to eat. And her parents were astonished, but he charged them to tell no one what had happened. Then he called his 12 disciples and to cure diseases. He sent them to preach the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. And he said to them, "Take nothing for your journey, neither staffs nor bag, nor bread nor money, and do not have 2 tunics apiece. Whatever house you enter, stay there. And out of the city, shake off the very dust from your feet as a testimony against them." So they departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Psalms 71, 1 through 24. In you, O Lord, I put my trust. Let me never be put to shame. Deliver me in your righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline your ear to me and save me. Be my strong refuge, to which I may resort continually. You have you have given the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O my God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. I trust from my youth. By you I have been upheld from birth. You are he who took me away from my mother's womb, and praise shall be continually of you. I have become as a wonder to many, but you are my strong refuge. Let my mouth be filled with your praise and with your glory all day. Do not cast me when my strength fails, for my enemies speak against me, and those who lie in wait for my life take counsel together, saying, "God has forsaken him. Pursue and take him, for there is none to deliver him." O God, do not be far from me. O my God, make haste to help me. Let them be confounded and consumed, who are my adversaries of my life. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor, who seek my hurt. But I will hope continually, and I will praise you yet more and more. My mouth shall tell of your righteousness and your salvation all the day, for I do not know their limits. I will go in strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of your righteousness of yours only. O God, you have taught me from my youth, and to this day I declare your wondrous works. Now also, when I am old and gray headed, O God, do not forsake me, and power to everyone who has to come. And your righteousness, O God, is very high. You who have done great things, O God, who is like you? You have shown me great and severe troubles, shall revive me again and bring me up again from the depths of the earth. You shall increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. Also with the lute I will praise you, and with your faithfulness, O my God. To you I will sing with my lips shall greatly redeem. My tongue also shall talk of your righteousness all day long. For they are confounded, for they are brought to shame who seek my hurt. Are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. The words of the wicked are lie and wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright will deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. All right.